Hey guys, today I wanted to bring you a video covering the current meta after the Ash and Iron changes, and discuss what options are still good on each class and what the new meta is on others. Okay, so starting with Hunters, the options are pretty open right now. You have multiple different options for either Super Spam or Solid Weapon DPS, or Ability DPS. Okay, so starting with the most viable going forward is the Lucky Pants Agape rotation with Finality's Augur. This rotation is really great for super generation and good sustained primary DPS for Hunters. After the Outbreak nerf to super generation, which hit single shot supers pretty hard with the regen, although it seems to be working with roaming supers, triple shot golden gun is potentially usable. Speed loader slacks. Now I'm going to cover a rotation that brings crossbow back to contention among other rotations, using speed loader slacks to rapidly charge back the dodge to increase the fire rate of the crossbow, and the DPS in doing so. The DPS of this combo before temporal blast was obviously better, but it's still very good, around 3k sustained DPS with no radiant. With 0 damage super or extra swaps during the phase and a very long uptime, this rotation is very good, I would say, for especially the new raid where the damage phases are very long and extended, such as Kuragos in Desert Perpetual. Combination below grapple melees. So after all the nerfs, people would have thought grapple melees were not going to be meta going forward, but they are still very, very viable. Grapple melees, even without Syntho, are still the highest DPS in the game. With Syntho, grapple melees pump out about 14k DPS, and without Syntho, they do about 10k DPS. Titan. So Titan this season has been a pretty open book in terms of rotations, but still has the same core gameplay loop in this season, like with regards to super spam, just like Hunter meta options. Peacekeeper Antidate. So just like Hunter, Titans also rely on primary DPS buffing exotics such as Lucky Pants and Peacekeepers, and both use very similar swap mechanics and also Finality's Augur for super generation. Since the nerf of super generation from Barrow Diad and stuff like Outbreak, Antidate is the standout pick for Titan DPS, with Antidate being by far and away better than every other primary SMG for super gen and DPS with Peacekeepers. Wishful Ignorance. Like many ability based builds has been nerfed, but despite the nerfs remains a pretty good DPS option among other strong Titan DPS options, with need for some teammate assistance to boost damage further in raid DPS scenarios, but remains a good option on a strong subclass with team buffing capabilities itself with Banner of War. Throwing Hammer. This is a bit of a gimmick pick, but outside of raid DPS scenarios such as solo dungeon content or portal content, this build can be very good for ag clear and potentially decent damage. Warlock and Edge of Fate up until Ash and Iron has been a bit of a sleeper pick among Hunters and Titans, but with Ash and Iron has recently received a glow up with the addition of new artifact mods. Heliatus Rocket Spam by Duck. I myself don't have good footage of this rotation, but I will link a video to the original creator's video of this rotation if you want to check it out. Threadling Augur Spam rotation. Threadlings have always been meh at best with mediocre damage and bad consistency, but in Ash and Iron they might be better than ever, with several artifact mods buffing threadling damage, pack tactics buffing threadling damage seemingly indefinitely. This rotation remains a strong option for Warlock DPS and strong total damage, with good uptime because of ability focus and self-fed loop. Tractor Warlock setup. Okay, this is a bit of a Joker rotation, but very crucial part of DPS in newer raid encounters. Being a consistent debuff being applied, this combo brings good team buffing plus decent DPS with the use of Mint Retrograde to pad your team's damage as the debuffer. And with longer and longer damage phases being introduced by Bungie, there's even more need for debuff, and it has even more relevance in the current sandbox than ever. Okay, so those were my overall top picks for each given class in the meta we are in right now. My opinion may change as things get nerfed or buffed over the coming weeks, or in the next couple of weeks, maybe 2-3 weeks. But until then, please subscribe, like the video, and comment down below. Okay, bye guys.